I didn't force you to that girl. You should be grateful I saved you from that cell. You can no longer provide information about Edgar, and why would I want someone who could be paid off to betray me? Do you take me for a fool? Just leave, Percy said coolly, slipping a ring off his finger and offering it to Jennifer as payment for her services. The desperation on her face, clinging to Priscilla for work, made the air in the carriage thick with discomfort. They'll call the town guards on me for possessing that. Jennifer refused the ring, remembering instances where servants had been accused of theft for accepting jewellery from their masters. The guards would often imprison or maim them without the employers confirming the exchange. I need money. Heather flinched as the sound of a echoed in the carriage. Her eyes darted between Priscilla's angry expression and Jennifer's shocked face. Who do you think you are, making demands of us? Priscilla sneered. He offered you a ring, but you refused it. It's your fault you're leaving empty-handed, and it's your fault you're without a job. Get out before I have the coachman throw you out on the street for everyone to see. I wasted my time getting you out of that cell. But, milady, it was not wasted. I did as you asked, Jennifer protested weakly. No, I suppose I cannot say that, considering her. Well done, Priscilla added with a smile, satisfied with her own cruelty. Jennifer could hardly fathom how such a smile could be so cold and dismissive. There were so many who wished to work for the Duke, and she had managed to secure that position only to lose it because of his mother. Take the ring and go, Heather said, her voice laced with reluctant sympathy. If you run into trouble, I'm sure you can call on it to be resolved. Jennifer wanted to refuse advice from someone who had never known the hardships she faced, but she had no choice. She had to accept the ring. If she didn't, her relatives would throw her out. As Jennifer reached out to take the piece of jewellery, Priscilla grabbed it from Percy's hand and tossed it out the window. Priscilla! Percy exclaimed, outraged. That was unnecessary. She'll have to get out and search for it if she wants to eat tonight, Priscilla said, reclining her seat with a satisfied air, her eyes closing as if the matter was resolved. I will help you, Percy offered to Jennifer. That's all right, Lord Collins. Jennifer stopped him before he could open the door. I'll manage on my own. Jennifer opened the door and slowly stepped out, her heart sinking as she faced the reality of her situation. Take us away, Priscilla called to the coachman as soon as the door closed behind Jennifer. I won't let you treat me like this and get away with it, Jennifer muttered, watching the carriage that should have been carrying her pull away without her. Enlighten me. Why were the two of you running around the table? What, pray tell, did Edgar do? Alfred inquired as he returned with the cream, only to be met with an unusual sight at breakfast. Might I remind you both that you are the Duke and Duchess of Lockwood? Are you implying that I cannot chase my wife within my own home? Edgar countered with a raised brow. Your Grace, Alfred sighed. Why were you pursuing her in the first place? Edgar smirked, his gaze settling on Allesandra, who deliberately avoided meeting his eyes. I merely wished to embrace her, but she refused and ran away. Is it not my duty to comfort her in a moment such as this? He posed the question with an air of innocence. Well, yes, Alfred admitted, puzzled as to why Allesandra had rejected the gesture. Why did you not allow him to embrace you, Allesandra? You must seize these rare moments when Edgar exhibits concern. I often find him insufferably rude and utterly dreadful. Hey, Edgar interrupted, narrowing his eyes. You could have stopped at questioning why she refused the hug. Must you insist on tarnishing my reputation before my wife? But that is simply your nature, Edgar. That said, he reserves such gestures for those he truly cares about. You ought to consider yourself fortunate, Alfred remarked.
Allesandra might have been touched by Alfred's words if she had not already been subjected to Edgar's relentless teasing. Her husband had not simply been trying to embrace her. His mischievous grin at the end of the table confirmed as much. Still unwilling to reveal what had truly transpired in private, she merely replied,
"I appreciate the insight."
"Then I presume I shall be free to embrace you whenever I wish?" Edgar asked, scrutinizing her every move, from the way she gripped her fork to the sharpness of her glare. "I shall take that as a no. A fine way to start the day, would you not agree?" Allesandra, suppressing a sigh, pondered how best to avoid breakfasting with him. Should she remain in bed until he departed? "Alfred, fetch my coat. It is time I take my leave," Edgar announced, placing his fork down. "Yes, Your Grace. One moment." Alfred excused himself. "Are you not curious as to where I am going, Allesandra?" Edgar inquired playfully.
"It is none of my concern," she replied, continuing to eat. It was not her place to inquire about his whereabouts.
"Ordinarily, I would visit the red light district, but as I am now married, such an excursion would invite dreadful gossip, so I will refrain."
Alessandra's hand froze mid-air. The thought of Edgar frequenting such an establishment unsettled her, though she quickly dismissed it. It was not her place to object.
"I go there to read," he began.
"You possess vast libraries here, free of interruption," Allesandra interjected, immediately regretting the comment.
"The red light district offers more than mere books. I secure a private room, enjoy a book, and listen to the secrets the walls have to tell. That is one misunderstanding I would rather avoid."
"Oh," Allesandra exhaled, her shoulders relaxing, though she was uncertain why they had tensed in the first place.
"I am visiting the church, and then I shall confer with the town guards regarding the missing girls. I stress this once more, Allesandra. Do not walk about alone. Alfred will introduce you to your guard later. Have you finished breakfast? Before I leave, I have one final gift to bestow upon you,"
Edgar announced, rising from his seat.
"I shall return shortly."
"What do you suppose it is?" Sally's sudden inquiry startled Allesandra. "My apologies, Your Grace. I ought to have announced myself. What more do you think the Duke could possibly give you?" Allesandra took a moment to steady herself. "I do not know. He has already given me paints, shoes, bags, and jewelry. The dressmaker is due to arrive later today. What else remains? Might it be your wedding ring? The two of you have been wearing wires on your fingers. Is there some romantic reason you do not wear proper bands?" Allesandra glanced at her hand, only now noticing the makeshift ring Edgar had fashioned. "The engagement ring was prepared in advance," she recalled. "Our marriage was rather abrupt. There was no time to commission wedding bands." "That must be it." Sally clapped her hands together in delight. "I am eager to see how they look."
"See how what looks?"
Edgar's voice cut in, causing Sally to retreat. He carried a large box from which a faint shuffling could be heard.
"I have intended to give you these since you lost your kitten."
Alessandra's eyes lit up as Edgar revealed 2 kittens, one white and one black. "Where did you find them?" She carefully lifted the tiny creatures, their frailty evident. "Where is their mother?"
"A servant discovered them abandoned. We monitored the area, hoping the mother would return, but after several days she never came back. I suspect she has perished. We may keep them if you so desire."
"Yes!" Allesandra exclaimed, then quickly tempered her enthusiasm.
"Pardon me, are you forgetting something, Allesandra?"
Edgar inquired. "But what?" She turned back, seeing nothing amiss. "You ought to offer him a kiss for the gift, milady," Sally whispered before hurrying off with the kittens. "Very well," she conceded, stepping forward. Rising onto her toes, she placed a light kiss on his cheek. "Thank you."
"A delightful surprise. I had merely expected you to see me off, yet I received a kiss. There were 2 kittens. Ought I not receive a kiss for each?"
Wait, that's not the end. You've just had a free taste. Now get the full story on the Pocket FM app, link in description. Check out our next video and playlist, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.